arms are by your side, palms press into the floor, shoulder blades are flat, chest is open. Working our buttocks and hamstrings, soles of the feet are flat, toes relaxed. Squeeze your buttocks, tuck your tailbone under, roll your spine up from the floor. One segment at a time, you roll the spine back down. So remembering with this exercise, the glutes are the biggest muscle in your body. You want to make them work. So squeeze your buttocks, keeping them squeezed the whole way up, keeping them squeezed the whole way down. Relax just when your buttocks hits the floor. And that pelvic rock action to start and finish. Transferring the weight evenly through both those feet so you're not leaning down through one foot more than the other. Squeeze your buttocks, tuck your tailbone under and lift up. Staying up in your bridge with your buttocks squeezed, step your feet back a small step and lift those hips nice and high. If you need a challenge at all, you just take your hands from the floor, otherwise leaving your arms by your side. We float our left leg and lower down. The aim is to keep these hips up, bellies drawn in. Last one. And then to the right side, we float our right leg. Keep those hips up, keep the bellies drawn in. Last two. And one. Rest your foot down. Squeeze your hips, lifting nice and high. Make sure your feet are nice and square. Back to your left side. We float the left leg. Straighten the left leg. Lower to halfway with a flexed foot. Point to return. Lower to halfway. Point to return. Keeping these hips up. Bellies drawn in. Focus on that right buttocks, the leg that's on the ground. Keeping those hips up. Hamstring is on. Now we lower that leg all the way to the floor and then swing it back up. Lower to the floor, swing it back up. Again, try and maintain this stillness around your waist. Maintain the height in your hips. Last one. As we come up, we stay up. Lower the spine down before the butt touches. Press back up. Feel like this left leg is in a long tunnel and you don't want to touch the edges of that tunnel as your right buttocks is squeezing to push the left toe straight up through the sky. 3, 2, and 1. Bend your left knee, place the foot on the floor. Keeping those buttocks up, we repeat on the right side. Right leg floats, right leg straight. Flex your foot to lower to halfway, point to return. Flex to lower, point to return. Flex and lower, point to return. Keep those hips up, bellies drawn in. Lower all the way to the floor and swing it back up. Lower all the way to the floor, swing it back up. Again, hips stay up. Focus on that left buttocks, left hamstring. Last one. And we stay up. Lower down. Squeeze the left buttocks and press up. So as you lower down, don't quite let your butt hit the floor. Squeeze the left butt to push those right toes straight up through the sky. Keeping the right leg long and straight. 3, 2, 1. Bend your right knee. Place the foot on the floor. And roll your spine back down. Let's give those hips a stretch. Cross one leg over. Loop your hands through the hole and give that hip a nice stretch. And then we cross the other leg over and do the same thing. Again, always nice to compare from left to right. If you're feeling as strong and or a little weaker, just observing your own differences. Everybody's body will feel a little bit different. Day to day, week to week. Lower your legs back down. We're going into our V-sit work now, so you place the hands in the small of your back, chins to your chest, push off those hands. Place your feet in line with the edge of your mat in front and hip width apart. Arms out in front, shoulders down and back. Chest is lifted, bellies are drawn in. We lower down one segment at a time, taking the arms overhead. Arms up, chin to your chest, rolling back up. As the arms go overhead, don't arch your back from the floor. Keep your spine pressing into your mat. One segment at a time. We lower down, working through those abdominals. And as we come back up, we stay up. Take our hands behind our head. Again, with our V-sit, tilt back slightly, bracing through those abdominals. Breathe in and twist. Breathe out back to center. Breathe in and twist. Again, really wringing out that waist. Keep those elbows nice and wide. Breathe in to twist. Breathe out back to center. One more either side. And when we come back to center, arms back out in front, shoulders down and back, half roll downs. Roll down, press your low back into the floor, come back up. Low back into the floor, come back up. 3, 2, and 1. Coming back up. Excellent. Take those legs out into your straight leg position for our saw. Arms out at shoulder height, lifting nice and tall, flexing those feet. Breathe in and twist. Breathe out and reach opposite hand to opposite foot. Back to center, sitting tall. Breathe in and twist. Breathe out back to center. Breathe in and twist. Breathe out back to center. Again, lifting tall every time you come back to center. Turn the palm away behind you and reach that back hand towards the sky. One more either side. And last one. Back to center, legs back into V-sit, arms back out in front. We open and reach, reaching back to that back corner. Breathe in to open. Breathe out to close. And gracefully sweeping that arm forward. One more on either side. And last one. And back to center. Let's straighten those legs out for our spine stretch forward. So we're sitting up nice and tall once more. Again, no slouching. Nice and tall. Shoulders down and back. Hands between your thighs, just off the floor. Chins to your chest, rolling down. Duck under your low ceiling and reach those arms forward. Scooping those abdominals, giving that beach ball a really big hug. And rolling back up. Chins to your chest, rolling down. Duck under your low ceiling and reach. And rolling back up. Down we go again, chins to your chest, rolling down, duck under that low ceiling, reach those fingers forward, scoop those abdominals, and rolling back up. We're going down to hold on this time, so chins to your chest, rolling down, grabbing onto your feet or the furthest point, with the strength in your arms, allowing your elbows to bend, using your chest to pull your chest further over your thighs. Every breath out, you try and take yourself that little bit further. Visualize yourself folding in half, feeling like the crown of your head could rest on the floor between your knees. And release and roll back up. Excellent. Let's take those hands behind your head for your neck pull. Chins down towards your chest. Take your head between your knees for 3, 2, 1. Sitting up nice and tall. Scoop and lower back to the floor. Rolling back up. Chins to your chest, rounding forward for 3, 2, 1. Sitting tall, scoop and lower. And up you come through all the way forward for 3, 2, 1. Sitting nice and tall, scoop and lower. And coming up, 3, 2, and 1. Sitting nice and tall, and relax. Bring those feet into your seal position. Soles of the feet are together. Give those toes a nice big hug. Sitting up really tall, our arms are straight. Chins down towards your chest. Bend your elbows, leaning forward. And coming back up. Bringing your legs into a mermaid position. So one leg in, one leg out. Hold the thigh in front with the opposite hand and side bend away. Stretching through the little muscles between the ribs and into your waist, really reaching that top arm up and over. And lifting tall, swap your legs over to the other side, holding the other thigh with the opposite hand. Side bend away. Really reach that top arm, open up that waist. And we're sitting nice and tall. Come to lie on